Well, welcome back to Nelson Weightlifting Club for day 2 of the 2021 South Island Weightlifting Championships, and we are ready to go with the women's 71, 76 and 81 and 87 kilo plus division. So they walk out onto the platform. Big session to start the morning. And that's our lineup for the morning. We will soon be introducing the referees for this morning's session. But welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you're sitting rugged up at home, have a bit of a coffee. We've got approximately 10 minutes before the start of the snatches in session 4. Here are our referees for the day: Ed Kane, Belinda Greenwood, and David. So, without these volunteers running our comp over the weekend, we would be struggling. There has been many hands contributing to this weekend. So as mentioned, we have a number of people helping out. Let's have a look at the loaders. They're just organising themselves. Rebecca Jans in the middle there. Looks like she's taking control, letting everybody know how to do it. She's been lifting and contributing all weekend as well. We have just on 9 minutes until the start of competition. I'm just going to put you into a holding screen shortly, and I'm going to be back with you shortly with an interview with Ed Kane, the lead here at Nelson Weightlifting and also the lead organiser of this event. Well, welcome back. As we're in these final countdowns for the women's session this morning, I am joined by Ed Kane, president of the local weightlifting club here, and he's done a fantastic job organising this weekend. You can see I'm looking a little bit different to you this morning. I'm rugged up, It was a bit fresh this morning, but you're looking very proper. You're refereeing the first session, yeah?
I am, yes. I'm centre referee this morning, yep.
So, man of many roles this weekend. Fantastic setup, huge turnout. Again this morning, full stand already. How do you feel the weekend's going?
Really impressed, actually. The support we've had from the other clubs, the support we've had from the spectators, a good turnout, as you said, from lifters. It's been really a pleasure to organise. It really has.
Yep. And in terms of your own athletes down here, I was really, really impressed with the Nelson turnout yesterday. We've got a number this morning. Who's the person to look out for, or who are we looking out for in this session 1 of day 2? Who are we looking out for this morning?
Reina is probably going to be the shining light for our group today. She's lifted some pretty impressive weights in our warm-up competitions. So yeah, I'd keep an eye on what Reina does. She'll be one to watch.
So she was looking at the New Zealand under 15 records.
That's Tia.
Tia? Okay.
So, yeah, Tia is one of our youngest lifters, and yeah, she's looking for youth records this weekend. So. Yeah, we're keeping a close eye on her as well. So.
Well, firstly, thank you for organising such a wonderful event down here, Nelson Weightlifting. If you are in the Nelson region, come poke your head in the door down here, get involved in weightlifting, and stay tuned. We're going to have some exciting action this morning and also this afternoon in the last men's session.
Cool, thank you.
Well, welcome back. We've just got over 2 minutes until the start of session 4, the women's 71, 76, 81 and 87 plus kilogram category. I will just go to the main platform. I have a friend this morning. I'm happy to have a friend this morning. I'm joined by Tony Robinson. I wish I could say that you're the American man that's going to teach me how to be super positive in life.
That's not me.
I have the loader extraordinaire yesterday that saved the centre referee at least 3 or 4 times, and my very expensive camera. Thank you for joining me this morning, Tony.
No problem. My pleasure, Richie.
So I was just asking, Tony, again, when you sign up to weightlifting, you're not just signing up to be a weightlifter. You are signing up probably for the rest of your life, and you're just informing me that you're not lifting now, but you were 30 years ago.
Yep, that's right.
Back in the, well, I'd say the heyday of New Zealand weightlifting is now in terms of numbers and participation, but the history of New Zealand weightlifting, there are some fantastic names from that era. Yeah.
Yes, definitely there were, yep.
Yep, you mentioned Kevin Blake. We're in the Nelson region. It was, who was it?
Alistair Norder.
Alistair Norder,
yep.
I met his... I think it might have been his grandson. I was talking at one of the colleges this week, and said he told the story of his grandfather ripping his hand at the Commonwealth Games and he couldn't go for gold. So it was fantastic to know that those stories are still being passed down.
Yep. Ali will tell you a story or two too.
Yeah, sure. All weightlifters have a good story. So, yeah, it's fantastic. And your involvement here this weekend?
As a technical official, just a couple of years ago, I rejoined the club, shall we say, and helping out with the reffing and loading bars and running competitions and moving the weights occasionally on a training night for the lifters.
Yep, you've got Andy Jameson giving you a bit of stick.
Oh, Andy, yep, yeah, he would.
And he's saying, good to hear, Tony. He's saying 30 years ago. No, more like 35 years ago, mate.
Well, it would have made me 14 or 15, so I hadn't started then.
Here's our lineup this morning, and it's a good lineup too. Let's have a little look. Give everybody at home the opportunity to look at that. Just trying to find the scoreboard for us. So the bar is being loaded to 45 kilograms. It becomes a first attempt for Karen from Otago Weightlifting. Big lineup of Otago weightlifters today. Nelson Weightlifting, Otago Weightlifting seem to be rolling this session, which is fantastic. And we will go back to the main platform and we'll follow Karen out. She's ready to go. She's hanging out in the wings. And we are underway. Here's Karen. First attempt, 45 kilograms. And we get underway in style. Well done, Karen. A little shrug of the shoulders as she walks off out back. Fist pump as well.
3 whites. It's always a good way to start your day.
Oh, I think we had more silence there than we've had all weekend. Just we're all willing that first lift. Sets the scene, sets the momentum.
That's right.
For the competition. So now we've got Janelle, Otago Weightlifting as well. I think we're going to go through this session pretty quick because they're all waiting around in the wings and it is a little bit chilly, so no one wants to stand around. Here's Janelle. First attempt, 46. Unfortunately, no lift for Janelle there. So, you have a miss on your first lift. You go out the back, take me back 35 years. What are you feeling?
If it's gone over the back, we go up.
It's an interesting philosophy. I've never heard that one. If it goes over the back, add weight to the bar.
That's right. It's obviously moving fast enough.
Yeah. Okay, here we have Curry. No wasting any time here. She makes light work of that.
But there we very easy.
Really powerful. Yeah, that was great lift. Go back. I was just giving everyone a bit of a straighter view. Camera is just slightly off to the side. Let's have a look at the scoreboard, shall we? So, number of athletes this morning, starting around the same weights. We go back to Janelle. So that was Curry. It goes back to Janelle with that miss. Wasn't over the back, it was out the front.
That's
so
right, yep.
Took your advice and stayed on the same weight.
Yeah, it's not quite there yet.
Okay, so correction. Let's see her place this bar just slightly further back. Looks nice and positive. And that's a great correction. Yep.
Well held there.
Yeah, so we out the back, give us a pat on the back. So, in terms of your involvement, you're a referee, you're at tell me about the referee levels in New Zealand. You get your first one under your belt. You have to do 3 competitions, club
That's
competitions.
Right. Yep.
And then you can referee at a championship level, which
Yes.
you are at now.
That's correct. Yes, yep. This is my first big event.
First, oh, well done.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
First championship event.
Yep.
And then, by my understanding, and I know Barb Grieve was on last night watching the live stream, and Barb is our Tokyo official. She's going to the Olympics. That's a pathway. Is that something you've thought about?
I never got there as a lifter, maybe as an official at some stage.
I was talking to someone recently going, it's not a hard pathway. You don't have to do 7 hours a day of weightlifting. You just got to help out. You got to accumulate your time in the referee seat. You never know.
Maybe.
Here we have Zoe, first attempt, 47. Oh, what a save. Yep, she's done well. I don't think that was the technique. I think that was the nerves on that one.
I think so, yeah. It was a bit wobbly there.
Local lifter, lots of support for her this morning. Sometimes that support is a fantastic thing, and other times, if it's your first major event, it can be just that little bit more pressure that you maybe don't want as well.
That's right, especially when you're used to lifting in the gym.
We do have Barb Grieve on here. So this is our lead technical in New Zealand. Barb, you might be able to give us a one-liner to how do you get to the Olympic Games as a referee official. But in the meantime, we've got Poppy, first attempt. And that's a fantastic opener from Poppy. So stable. I like watching. Yesterday I was watching, and you might have the same eye. When you see someone set up off the ground, you're like, it's going to be good, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can see the
They're all
balance.
set. Yep.
And we're just waiting for the next set. It's Karen, bars loaded to 48. Calls on Karen. Here comes Karen. You see the athletes chalk up. It's just to help their grip on the barbell. The barbell does have a knurling on it, a sharp knurling, but the chalk just dries out their hands from that little bit of perspiration sweat. Here's Karen looking at the clock. They have plenty of time, 30 seconds. don't think the referees are going to particularly like that. No, they don't.
Big press on the elbow there.
Yeah. So how do we make that correction?
Oh, pull higher, jump under.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Yep. So she caught that really high. So certainly the elevation isn't the problem, is it? So she's got to move herself a little bit better under the bar to give some space. Lock it out. So we've got, you're doing your first championship event, Nationals. Are you going to line up to come up to Nationals? Am I telling you yes? Am I making that decision for you?
I hadn't given it any thought at this stage, but...
okay, I just made your decision for you. We've got a national referee this year for volunteering. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you
What's the
volunteering.
date again, Richie?
Yeah,
I'm watching my hair, I think.
You've got no hair, mate. Neither do I. By the magic of television as well, I can let everybody know that we have two very good-looking chaps. There you go. How you going?
Where are we?
Yeah, we went to the same barber this morning.
That's right.
Yep. I got my automatic camera. I can press a button and we're on TV. So we're just waiting at the moment. We've got Karen. Clock is called on Karen. She's got 50 odd seconds. There are some changes coming in from the back. So, no, here we go. It is Karen. And the referees, I think, will like that one. Yes. Well done. So, weight goes on the bar. We get to 50. I was just explaining yesterday. The bar is to be loaded with the least possible weights on the bar. So, when we get to 50, the 15 kilo discs go on and the collars. Telling everybody yesterday the Olympic plates are the same colour as the Olympic rings. Did you know that, Tony?
No, I had no idea, actually. I hadn't made that connection.
There you go.
Wow.
Red, blue, yellow, green, and the white small disc is 5. So the Olympic discs are specifically coloured for the Olympic Games. That's what they were first originally coloured for. And you'll also notice that the small incrementals on the outside correspond with the colours of the large discs. And we have Kerry, second attempt, 50. Seems to be the word of the morning already. Nice.
Nice, yep. That looked easy.
In unison, the whole crowd. Nice. Beautiful, I love it. I want to hear them like change the word up. Maybe all go powerful or sharp. But it seems to be nice. So, Karen's got her sister watching this morning. Jamie, thanks for joining in. If you are watching us around the country, let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, because I'll come back and watch. In the meantime, Janelle's got this bar loaded to 50 kilos. Nice little smile, always a good start. Unfortunately, no lift there on her last attempt. So, bar is loaded to 51, becomes a second attempt for Zoe. I see a couple of changes coming from out the back, so no one's getting too close to the side of the platform yet. Lester having a look. Oh, wait on, the caller's on you. Are you ready to go? Do you want more, he's saying? She is ready to go. 34 seconds on the clock. Here's Zoe. Second attempt. Nice and focused. She's done well. Tony gives a fist pump aside. Well done.
Try not to say anything.
Yeah. I only met Zoe for the first time yesterday. Yesterday? No, I turned up on Friday. Very welcoming person, yeah?
She's a lovely kid. Really is a lovely lady kid. She's a young adult.
Yeah. Yeah, I walked in and straight away was welcomed with a big smile. When you're from out of town, it makes a big difference when you walk in the door and that's your first impression, isn't it? I'm always a big fan of making people straight off the bat feel like they belong here as well. So we're in the home of Nelson Weightlifting, here off Vanguard Street. What number are we at? 90 something?
That's a very good question. Yep. Yeah, I know how to get here. Couldn't tell you the street number.
We have Poppy. She looked great in her first attempt. No wasting any time. And number 2's just as good. Great lift. Super solid overhead. Nothing but a thing, they call that one. Just walks off. Coach doesn't wait for you, just walks off as well. Add some more to the bar. And waiting in the wings. All of these Otago athletes just getting pumped out. They must have a very busy training gym down there. Jardina still. This is her first attempt, so first lift nerves. Yep, jumping them out. Okay, here we go. 53 kilograms, first attempt. Looks good to me. Referees say yes, looks good to us too. Not quite close enough to the referees to have any influence on them by saying things before they make their decision. Again, if you are watching from around the country, let us know who you're cheering for, where you're watching this morning. We're big on sharing this sport. We do thank skysportnext for giving us this platform to live stream through. We've been live all weekend. We've got this session this morning and another session, the final men's session later on today at 1 o'clock. And Chanel, this is another first attempt, 54. That's a good lift.
Not too much wrong with that one.
No, real tight. She's just real patient in that setup. Some of us like to get our hands on the bar, term called grip and rip. That certainly wasn't. That was patience, position. Okay, so we're just looking, sneaking out the back. Here's Julie. First attempt as well, 54. Nice start. Telling her, get it above your head. Usually that's a good cue in weightlifting, yeah? What you want to do is get this overhead. There's Julie, first attempt. And it looks pretty good to me.
Thankfully the refs agree with you.
Yep. I love it when an athlete does all the work and then they go out the back and pat their coach on their back. It's always like, you did a good job, well done.
Thanks, Coach.
I guess it does make sense though, doesn't it? Because you've done all of this training to get to here and you put out a first lift like that and you do a good job, so that's when you go and pat your coach on the back saying, I'm okay. You did a good job. So we are just waiting for our next athlete. The bar is loaded to 54 for Zoe. So we'll have a look at the scoreboard. So Zoe, this will be her final 10. Lots of green this morning so far. We've got Chanel loaded for 55 to follow. Curie is 55 as well. A couple more athletes to come in. Litia and Reina still yet to enter the competition. Here we have Zoe ready. She's looked good for 2. Just over the back, unfortunately. As you said, if it goes over the back, add some weight, but that was the 3rd attempt. So.
No special 4th attempts these days for records.
They used to give you a 4th attempt, didn't they?
They did indeed, yes, yep.
Did that happen at a national level? Can't remember.
No, I can't remember. No, I did it once, I think, for South Island, I think.
I remember at the World Champs, you could do your 3 lifts and then you'd have a 4th if it was a world record. So competitions took forever back then because everyone's decided just to have a crack at world records. Even if you're 40 kilos off, put it on the bar, let's have a crack. Good focused athlete. She's looked great this morning. Yeah. The referees say, we like it. 3 white lights. Cullen throws a high 5. Well done. Great lifting. Super powerful. You can see Poppy Kirk hanging out just around the corner. Yep, she's ready. She's looked very technically tidy this morning so far. 55 kilograms. Doesn't waste any time. Ooh. Unfortunately, maybe we crept into territory that she hasn't been. Her first 2 lifts look real tidy. That one just looked a little bit more hesitant. That would be the word for it. Jason Fanning, technical official this morning. So as these athletes go to come out on the platform, technically they're not allowed to walk out into the platform until the clock starts. So that's kind of Jason's role. He also checks their uniform to make sure they're within the guidelines. And we have Jadina, 57. Nice patient setup. Just over the back, unfortunately. No lift. Andy Jameson giving us a bit of a rundown. 4th attempts were normal. He did a few as a junior. So that was when you were breaking the records and they let you... It didn't add to your total though, did it?
No, it didn't, no.
So it was just a record attempt.
Just a record attempt. Yeah, I actually bombed in a competition, got no competition snatches, and they all went over the back, so we put some more weight on and broke a junior record.
So you have a horrible comp, but you break a record. Brilliant. Here's Julie. 2nd attempt. 1st attempt was good. Nice and patient in that bottom position. I think she's done well. Referees say good lift.
I think she said yes at the bottom and then had to stand up.
That's how you win the referees before you've finished it. They are in close proximity in here, so they do hear you. when you say yes, how can they say no? I'm a big fan of a smile halfway through your lift. If you think you've kind of got it, or even if you've pressed it, just throw a smile and say yes. Here's Jardina, third attempt, 57. Wait for the referees. Referee's system was a little bit delayed there. Oh, good lift. Majority decision. That's where you train to hold it above your head just that little bit longer because you don't want to put it down, just in case. Again, if you are joining us on the live stream, make sure you're logged in. Subscribe to Sky Sport Next because you will be able to follow up with these videos later. All of the athletes will be able to watch this live replay on Sky Sport Next, so they will see your support. So make sure you write something when they come out every time. Let us know where you're watching from. Shazza watching the niece from the UK. Good evening to you over there. Here we have Chanel. It's a second attempt, 58. I like it. Has this really nice patient setup. Just really in control.
Nice and controlled. And a smile at the end too. Just a wee smile for the judges.
Yeah, a wee smile for the judges. Ed Kane sitting in the centre referee's seat. When you're in like a small stadium like this, that proximity is that centre referee. Have you been centre referee before?
I have, yeah, for a couple of competitions.
It's an awkward position, isn't it? Because you don't want to make eye contact with the athlete, so you're kind of looking at their hand or their shoulder or something like that.
That's right, you're sort of gazing off to the side a wee bit.
Nothing worse than making, as an athlete, eye contact with the centre referee. Here is Julie. She's looked fantastic in her first two. Oh, she lets everybody know. She's got it. Fantastic lifting. So good, Julie. Well done. Yeah, it's good. Don't even need to look at the referee system. I think she's arguing with her coach that I should have lifted more. That was her best lift. I think she said yes halfway through the poll.
Yep, yeah.
Yes. Lands it, smiles it. And she even looked for the referee's decision. I'm like, no, that was pretty solid if you ask me. You don't need to wait for that one. So we're having a couple of changes to the bar. This comes a first attempt for Reina. This is a great session of lifting. Let's let everybody have a little look at the scoreboard real quick. While they're loading, they're changing the bar. Lots of green, first thing in the morning. Oh, when I say first thing, we started at 10 o'clock. It was a good sleep in this morning. I was down here. I've got a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old at home. My wife is calling me first thing in the morning just to wake me up, just saying you don't deserve that.
They're a permanent alarm clock, wee ones, aren't they?
Yeah, I've been down in Nelson since Wednesday. I've been doing some work for the New Zealand Olympic Committee as an ambassador, visiting a lot of local schools around here. It's been fantastic getting to visit, especially some of the more rural schools out towards Motueka. Getting them excited for the Olympic Games, which starts in 2 weeks.
Looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, that'll be a big event. It'll be different. It'll be a different event, but at home you will still get the opportunity to sit down behind the Sky TV. We will be showing you all of the New Zealand athletes live. I do know all of the weightlifters will be shown live on Sky Sport. So thank you, Sky, for organising that. I remember When I was at my first Olympics, they didn't even show me because I was in Group B and they couldn't get the feed. So now it's nice to know that all of our athletes will be able to be watched at home, especially that our families can't be over there with them. So a couple of more changes coming through. Bit of jostle. I don't think they're jostling too much yet for where they're going to place. So fair bit of action happening in the chat. We've got Michelle cheering for her sister Karen from Christchurch. Welcome Michelle this morning. Here we have Chanel, 62. This is third attempt. I've liked her approach. Really patient, controlled. Just sets herself nicely. Three from three. He's stoked. Runs out the back.
Great reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, woo, they say. So, we've got a few other people. Patrick from Otago Weightlifting. Papa Pete. We've got Gerard from Timaru watching. A lot of support for Chanel this morning. Sarah, welcome. Daniel, welcome. So more weight going on the bar. This becomes now for Reina. She's moved up a couple of jumps. She was called earlier before, but she moved up to 65. So we'll see her come out at 65. I don't see anybody waiting around at the gate. Oh, here we go. So first attempt, 65 kilograms. She does well.
Held on to that one.
Oh, I thought that was going over the back. I think she thought that was going over the back too. I know you couldn't see that from the front angle. We've got a side view there, and it was kind of moving, and she managed to, I guess, hold on would be the best word. Okay, so this is one athlete that we haven't seen yet. Litia.
Tia, yep.
Now this is, I've been told, a very talented young lady. A different approach to the bar. Waits for the down signal. She's good. Oh, that was like a rocket.
That's how Tia left.
Like a rocket. Just took off. Like a rocket, but also patient. She just settled it, didn't rush it. Quite a mature kind of receiving position to do that. Most young athletes rocket, try stand up, rocket, throw it back down. I'm half expecting her to get too excited and just drop it before the referee signal as well. It's something that you learn as a youngster. I'm sure everyone probably did that once in their athletic career, is put it above their head, put it back down, and then, forget that they had to wait for the down signal. A few more people watching around. Stanley. Supporting Otago from Wellington. Stanley lifted last, was it yesterday? Or was he last week? Stanley, you can let me know. One of the Otago remote lifters. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. No, we're not going to have any time to look at the scoreboard because Reina's back ready to go. 67, second attempt. Yeah, that's better. Much better. And 3 white light, success. Just got that line a little bit better that time.
It was nice and tidy, that one.
Yeah. Good lift for your second, because you don't want. It's good to get your third in, but if you get a good second one, it gives that confidence for that third lift. Bar is loaded. Call is on Reina. She got the automatic increment, so she'll have to make a decision where I want to go, and that's what they'll be doing out the back right now. So Litia has elected 69 kilograms. Reina has moved through to 70. So these are the last 3 lifts of the first half of the snatch. This is the women's 71, 76, 81 and 87 plus. First looked really powerful for this young lady. Let's have a look. Temp number 2, 69 kilograms. Oh. She's done well to save it. Oh. And good lift. Plenty of strength. Plenty of strength. I don't know what the New Zealand under 15 record is, but she must be knocking on the door.
She'd have to be getting close.
I do know Ed told me that she's been looking at breaking that lift record in the snatch. She's done it a couple of times or something in club competitions, so she's just been hanging out for a championship event. We don't get many championship events. We had last year, it was an online one. We couldn't break records at it, so we're going to sit and wait. Call is on Reina. She's got 70 kilos. This is the introduction of the red discs, which we see on the platform. 25 kilo disc being the heaviest disc in weightlifting. At one point there was, it was proposed that they'd do a 50 kilogram disc. The weightlifters weren't too impressed with that because it doesn't look so cool.
No, you want lots of plates.
You want lots of plates on the bar. It wouldn't look great when you have like 120 odd kilos and you've only got one disc on the bar. Not good for the photos.
No, it's not. No, no.
So I think it got rejected. It also changes the the rhythm of the barbell. We train with these plates, and you understand, especially once you get to heavier weights, the rhythm of the bar with the load on it. And if you bring the load heavier closer to the center, it changes that rhythm. Here we have Reina, third attempt, 71.
Let's go, 17.
Unfortunately, she's timed out. Now, she'll be pretty gutted about that. That is one of the coaches there. Hadn't got an athlete out to the platform fast enough. That is the hardest apology you ever have to make to an athlete. What's even worse is that there was complete silence in the room. So you'll see the clock in the bottom corner over here. An athlete gets 1 minute. So they let the clock count too far down. There are plenty of clocks around letting us know. And we have Litia. She's 2 for 2. I have a feeling this might be a New Zealand under 15 record. Oh, so close. Over the back. Add some weight, you say.
Add some weight.
Add some weight.
If you're going to break it in style.
Yeah. Plenty of height, plenty of speed. So that takes us to the end of the first half of the session 4, women's 71, 76, 81, 87. This is our scoreboard for this morning. Tony, thank you for joining me for the first half of this. Hopefully I've encouraged you that it is okay to commentate a live stream, but this is where we are sitting this morning. And so snatch what you can, clean and jerk what you must. So join us in just under 10 minutes to watch the clean and jerks of this session 4 of the South Island Weightlifting Championships. We'll be back with you in the next 10 minutes.
Thanks, Richie. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, welcome back to the clean and jerks of session 4, the women's 71, 76, 81 and 87 kilo plus division. This is how the morning went in the snatches. You'll see some great lifts, lots of green across the board, 3 out of 3 from a number of our athletes. Snatch what you can, clean and jerk what you must. So we will see the clean and jerks come through in approximately 3 seconds. We'll be underway. I've got with me for the second half of this morning, John Ashahi from Lift Leader, OPAC.
Hello guys, how's it going? Hello Richie, good morning.
It's been a good morning so far. Been on the cameras. John is in charge of the camera angles and scenes that we have this morning.
Yeah, capturing all the action we've got going on, and there is plenty going on today. It's been a good opener to the last day of the South Island Championships.
It's been smooth. We haven't had many technical difficulties.
Oh, commentator's curse, mate. You can't say things like that.
Okay, I'll keep quiet on that one then. But it has been, in terms of weightlifting, a very smooth competition organised by Nelson Weightlifting with a lot of support from clubs around the South Island, loading, changing weights, doing tables, computers, officiating. It's been really well received here in Nelson.
For sure, and it's great to see the weightlifting community kind of band together and really allow events like this to be broadcasted, you know, through Sky and just shown around not only New Zealand but around the world as well, which is really great. We've had people tuning in from all over the world.
So the bar is loaded. There's a couple of changes happening out the back. That's why you'll see people hovering around that computer. There's been about 3 changes before they've even started the competition.
Let's see. Got a busy.
I'll have a
busy computer. Yeah.
So that is the tabulator out the back. So changes come through onto a piece of paper, and then it has to go in the computer, and the computer system changes, and then that changes the lifting order. So, and then that feeds all through to here, and that feeds out to the loaders, and the loaders then have to start changing barbell. So a whole heap of people just jumped up to 60.
All right. So is it a matter of who's going to blink first and set the?
It looks like Zoe. So you see a number of athletes, or 2 athletes that have moved up to 60, and then it comes down to the start number. Because they're both on the first attempts, it then goes in the order of the start number. So it will be Zoe followed by Curry. So hometown lifter Zoe. She's been helping out all weekend already. She's got 30 seconds. Here we go.
Alrighty. Our first lift for the clean and jerks.
She's not going to have a lot of time. She's got 10 seconds. And leaves it to the last 5 seconds.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot in there, but still.
But it's a good lift.
Good lift.
I don't like pushing those clocks that close to the zeros.
I guess it is quite a bit of, I don't want to say madness, but it's quite busy backstage. Everyone's running around. You're trying to get your warm-up in. Talk us through what kind of goes through your mind. And are you very... I guess you're quite proactive in keeping an eye on the clock, but is it something you need to keep in mind, or is it something that is kind of falls to?
Yeah, I'll cover that. In the meantime, we've got Curry, first attempt, 60. She's had a good day. Started off the session really strong in the snatch, and she's on the board now. So no more risk of total. So now hopefully we'll see some decent jumps. Gets to test herself. So yeah, in terms of out the back, obviously you're constantly watching the clock, making sure that your warm-up timing is going well. The difficulty in this session is that you've got multiple athletes in the same club. So if you're trying to manage all of them,
Right.
that's when sometimes you can lapse a little bit on keeping you on the clock. And that's a good start from Janelle.
Looking very punchy.
Coach. So we at the back. Barbell is being loaded now to 61. This becomes an automatic increment. So I talk about an automatic increment. As soon as you've lifted a barbell, the bar goes 1 kilo more if you're successful. And the loaders will run out and load it, and then it starts this clock. So the automatic increment was, I think, first introduced in, must have been 2005.
Yep.
Because I believe I was lifting in the first ever competition that they used 1 kilo discs and the automatic increment. We didn't know how it was going to work.
And is that now the standard?
That is the standard now, because what it does is it starts the competition moving straight away.
Right.
We used to sit around waiting for an athlete to make a call, and the clock wouldn't move.
Okay, so it was another method to kind of delay the clock.
Weightlifting competitions took forever. So this sped up the process of making people make decisions. Because ultimately, if you've got 10 odd people out the back humming and hawing about what they're going to do, it takes forever.
And so currently with how it all works and the automatic increments, you only have to set your first lift, is that correct?
Correct. So the automatic increment sets, you can declare a different weight, or you can sign off on that automatic increment, and then you get another further 2 changes.
And you're allowed to make those changes within
you
the entire
can make changes right up till 30 seconds remaining. Once you're over that 30 seconds, you are locked in, so you can't make any further changes, and that's where you don't want to get to. Even as an athlete, you don't really want to get to below 30 seconds before you're on the platform anyway. Here's Karen, first attempt, 65. And that's a really good start for Karen. Looked at the judges. Got 1 red. I don't know what that red was for.
Yeah, I didn't quite see anything there. Very patient approach for there.
A lot of these ladies this morning are doing really well to control their nerves. It's, for many of them, their first championship event. Here we have Julie. Julie started this competition amazingly well. Well, a bit of sniffing salts to start your Sunday.
Distract you from the cold, maybe.
So first attempt, 65 kilograms. Looks good to me. Let's wait for the referee's decision. And good lift, Julie. Well done. She's 4 from 4.
A lot of green on the board in this session, isn't there?
Yeah,
Looking good so far.
a few people lining themselves ready to go up the back already. But yeah, we haven't had a missed lift yet in the clean and jerk. So if you are looking for your athletes, that's the lineup this morning. Rising bar. So the bar will increase in load, and then the athletes will select where they wish to come in. If you are joining us from around New Zealand, around the world, thanks for tuning in to Sky Sport Next. Make sure you subscribe. You can actually even click a button that says I love weightlifting, and it'll let you know whenever we're live here. If you are watching, make sure you let us know where you're watching from. No, we're trying to dodge the camera work. Referees say, hold it above your head as long as possible. Oh, no lift.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So
I saw a right elbow there.
Oh,
I thought I saw a right elbow there. Just a slight little press out there when she was just locking it through.
well, she had a bit of a smile on her face. So I thought she was happy with that. And
Sometimes it's hard to feel that yourself.
right. I guess there is definitely a lot going on.
Yeah. Here's Kitty. Second attempt, 65 kilograms. That's a great lift. She'll be real happy on that one.
Nicely done. Still got one more.
Gives herself a round of applause. You know you're having a good day when you clap for yourself, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
clap for yourself, or as we saw yesterday, giving out high fives post lift. Oh,
You give out the
Yeah.
high five to your coach rather than the other way around. Here we have Janelle, second attempt, 65. Referees like it. Got a good little tight shot over there. Good focus. Weightlifting is a lot about balance, and you'll see that she had a really straight focal point. Didn't shift it at all. I like to call it gymnastics with the barbell. Keep the head balanced, and everything will follow.
well, we tend to see the weightlifters that also do gymnastics do quite well.
They do, yeah.
You know best. You've got your very own student, or
Yeah, my first gymnast that came into weightlifting that I was coaching at least, Cameron McTaggart, came from gymnastics at the age of 12, started weightlifting.
can actually
In
have
2 weeks' time, he's competing at the Olympic Games. So
He's
wait on,
just
you've
behind
done
this poster.
there's
Having
Cam
a
right
quick
there.
look, keeping an
little-
eye on the chalk.
It's a good little shot of Cam on our poster. Here we have Julie. Julie's done fantastic this morning. She'll be looking to continue that. She's done well. Looks of the referee's decision. No wasting time. Majority decision, she got that. I just thought she's got one more lift. She's keeping it really well focused. I know after her last lift in the snatch, she was doing a lot of self-commentary throughout the lift. As she's keeping this well together, I'll be interested to see how excited she gets on her last lift.
Looking forward to the energy she brings out.
We just look out the back. We do have a couple of posters up there. Megan Signal, top right, will be lifting at the Olympic Games as well.
She did fantastic at last week's North Island
Yep,
Championships too.
New Zealand record, 123 in the clean and jerk, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here's Poppy. First attempt, straight on the bar. And that's a really good lift from Poppy. 3 white lights.
Nicely done.
Loaders don't even give time for it to settle.
Straight onto it. These guys are quick.
They are very quick.
Are very awesome loaders and volunteers who I can recognize at least one lifted yesterday and loaded yesterday too.
Getting told to centre the bar a smidgen.
There we go.
So, for those at home, a smidgen is an actual measurement. It's not something I've made up. I use it a lot, but I never knew actually what that measurement was. I did study it for a second. I've completely forgotten what it is though, a smidgen.
I do recall you telling us, yep, and during a class.
Karen here, second attempt, 69 kilograms. She's done really well this morning, Karen. Nice focused athlete. Takes her time, steady. The referees say, good lift.
Happy with that.
Yeah.
As our audience said,
Nice. Nice.
very collective nice going
Yeah,
on.
it seems to be the word of the morning. Nice.
So Richie, you mentioned this is the first championship event for a lot of our athletes here today. What kind of difference does that make to a typical club competition or just lifting on your own?
Well, we'll just Kitty here lift that and I'll answer that question for you. In the meantime, we do have 69 kilos on the bar. It's the third attempt. Nice and patient, waits for the referees. The referees say majority decision, good lift.
Well done, and that makes her 6 from 6, I believe.
That's a good day.
That is a very good day.
So yes, as we're saying, this is the first championship event for a lot of these athletes. So what happens is you've usually in club comp just got a tabulator and you just yell what you want at them and it goes on the bar and the referee's got flags. So we've got a championship level event. Referees press buttons and there's computers and there's down signals and there's protocol to follow out the back. There's introductions of athletes and it just formalizes the process just a little bit more and it just makes you that little bit more nervous.
Fair enough, and I guess having the cameras on you and the lights also may add a bit of pressure.
Here's Janelle, third attempt, same weight, 69. She saves that. Good work. Referees say we like it.
Nicely
Couple
done.
high fives. Just a little bit jolty in that dip. I think she lost it for a second off the shoulders, but did well to correct that overhead. So bar is being loaded to 70, so it sees the introduction of the red discs. These loaders, when I was young, I always had to load. I called it doing your time.
Yeah.
I don't see many youngsters here, though, doing the loading. And they put their hands up.
Maybe this is a new system we should introduce.
Doing your time.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to love loading. I'd always put my hand up for it because you get one of the best seats in the house.
Oh, you definitely do, right? And a free workout out of it too.
Yeah. Weightlifters don't do any bicep curls, so you do your loading because it's the only time you really start using your biceps. And those beach muscles, you got to work on your beach muscles.
Summer is coming.
So we're just waiting at the moment. The clock is coming down. She seems to like leaving it to the last seconds. Third attempt, 70. This is a big lift. Well to save that. Unfortunately, no lift. She does get herself out of the way.
Yes, got a little worried there. Looked like she was holding on for.
Yeah, but she'll be happy with that. That's she's had a great competition. Maybe that was new territory, I think. She made hard work of the clean. It's always difficult after a clean that you struggle out of to secure that overhead.
Is that a half mental battle or also the physical aspect as well?
Yeah, can't say it's just me, it's everything. That's when your body's going, oh my gosh, this is really heavy. So Julie, I'm looking forward to this. Julie's gone 5 from 5. I'm looking for the reaction after this lift. Well, I think these numbers, this red kilo disc, is logical havoc. I think these athletes, I don't think have. I'm gonna make a assumption. I don't think these athletes have lifted 70 on a bar before, and it's maybe the first time they've ever put the red discs on the bar, and they're seeing it.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're probably saying the number. Oh gosh, it's 70 kilos. It's a hard thing to block out. Here's Poppy. Poppy's not wasting any time.
Straight into it.
Poppy's look great. Overhead, drops it, walks off. Very determined.
Now she made some readjustments once she finished her clean. What's the legality around doing that? Is there a limit to how much you can do?
No, you can adjust the bar. So you're not allowed to you're not allowed to attempt the jerk and then not attempt the jerk. But you'll see Poppy readjusted that off the collarbones. A lot of athletes do that just to take the pressure out of the position after a clean, because the bar can sit quite heavily across that collarbone, can create a lot of pressure, and a lot of athletes struggle, potentially get a little bit dizzy.
Right. Okay.
So it just relieves that pressure for a split second. Might be also that the athletes have to adjust their hands to a wider position. Myself, when I came out of a clean, I would shift my hands slightly wider just to get a bit of, I guess. Oh, the early down signal, never a good thing. 3 reds.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Good fight to get it up.
It was a great fight to get that one overhead.
Looks like the red plate curse continues. I haven't seen too much success so far.
I think it is. I know how much havoc it plays when you put new colours on the bar. I know it's such a silly thing, but the red in a lot of people's heads is the 25, and the 25 represents
a whole
heavy.
new level. Yeah.
Like as soon as that goes on the bar, here's Chanel. She looked fantastic in her approach. She's just so calm, and I think we're going to see that again. She's 3 from 3 in the first half of the competition. This is her opening weight, 74 kilos. She just has a real calm demeanor. So good. Lots of strength behind her movement, but just very accurate as well.
And when you say accurate, can you kind of give us a bit of a breakdown on what you mean by that?
Well, I'm just not seeing her running around the platform. So when the bar's slightly forward or behind your line of balance, we call line of gravity, you have to run around the platform getting it back in top. But she's just being super accurate, not having to chase it anywhere. Here's Poppy, 74 third attempt. Poppy's pretty happy with that one. Don't need to wait for the referee. Round of applause and a high five to her coach.
Well done. That was a great
That
lift.
was a horrible high five. Complete miss. It was kind of, that awkward moment where you go for a hug and a high five at the same time, I think. It's worse than a fist pump high five.
I believe the technical term for that is gear stick.
Okay. Okay, so here we have Jardina. First attempt, 75. And that's a fantastic start for Jardina. She's pretty happy with that.
Nicely done.
Barbell moves up in weight. Let's just go have a quick look at the scoreboard for everybody at home. You can see where our athletes sit. We're going through this at a rapid rate.
Yes, we definitely are.
We've got 2 more athletes yet to enter, Litia and Reina. Couple of changes coming in from backstage. Actually, no, we're just waiting on Jardina. She's got a 2-minute call, so you'll see the clock counting down. Hopefully they put a change in for that first 30 seconds or she'll be stuck with a 1 kilo increment.
Sorry, I'm just going to clarify around these rules. If you do get the extra minute, you still have to make your changes within the first 30 seconds, or
You still have to decide. So you have to what they call sign off in the first 30 seconds. So there's an automatic increment, and as long as you sign in the first 30 seconds, you can make further changes after that. However, if you do not sign anything with the first 30 seconds, you're stuck
on that
with that weight on the bar, and that you don't want to do that to your athlete because they've worked hard to be here this weekend. For example, Jardina's just done 75 very comfortably.
Very comfortably, yes.
She'll want to move up in weight, and if you miss the call, you are stuck on that weight, and I see this clock counting down.
So maybe there has been a change. It just hasn't quite gone through.
Happening. I don't know what's happening, but the clock is counting down, which makes me think that either there's a technical out the back, or they completely missed the... Did they miss it? Oh no. Two, one. The clock will time out, and the referees have to give a red light. They missed the 30-second call and didn't sign off.
Oh, that's a shame.
So that's a prime example of why you've got to be not only focusing on your athlete, but focusing on the clock and making those decisions. We're just wanting some clarity from out the back. Yep, I'm just looking at the referees. She didn't make the call in time, so she times out on her second.
Okay, still got one more attempt.
She does have another attempt and probably will move up. In the meantime, here's Litia. solid overhead. Waits for the referees. Good lift. Lester out the back, helping guide this young lady to the platform. So bar now goes to 78 kilograms for Chanel.
Some help commentating. Oh, I got you. Shot, man.
Well, I'm joined by a guest commentary. Wait on, I'll get you on the main screen for a second.
Oh, that's good.
Welcome, Johan. How you going? You're on the telly. There you go. Over on that main one over there. Good lifting yesterday.
Thank you.
Junior South Island champion.
Yep.
How did you feel yesterday?
It was good. I was happy with how it went. Didn't expect the snatches to go how they did.
Okay, let's watch Chanel 78, second attempt. Again.
Oh, nice. Good lockout.
Yeah, good lockout. Solid. So it was quite exciting to commentate yesterday's comp. Quite tactical changes coming from Curran to force you to take some big lifts.
Yeah, he wasn't banking on me making that 150.
Yeah.
He was right, but ball was in my court. I dropped it. Very
Yeah.
good performance by Curran.
It was, and again, probably like you're saying, your snatches didn't go as planned, and it just opened that door.
Yeah, that lead.
Yeah. So it's a interesting competition where someone gets a big lead in the snatch, but then is quite far down in the clean and jerk, and it forces you to make those critical lifts later in the competition.
Yeah.
How do you feel mentally going into that?
I felt pretty good with clean jerks. Curran was, fainting backstage, so I thought I had it in the bag, and then
He's well known for that fainting. You can almost bank on it.
Yeah.
Here we have Reina, first attempt 80, so this is her first time out this morning in the clean and jerk. She looked strong in the earlier part of the competition. Well, makes light work of that.
Yeah, I think Xavier's the gym you want to go to for power cleans at this stage.
Well, we saw last week Xavier power clean 165, so that's the coach there.
Yeah.
Is that something that's taught?
I have no clue.
Don't squat it if you don't have to.
Yeah, don't squat if you don't have to.
I used to do power cleans for everything until I failed, and then the problem with that is that when you do end up doing a full clean, you end up riding it all the way down and all the way back up, and you expend a lot of energy.
You do.
It's Litia, 80 kilograms. This is a second attempt. This young lady, I think, had a crack at an under 15 record, so she's only young. She's doing very well. Oh, and she's going to have to get rid of that one. Didn't go as planned.
No, big pull though, big pull.
That's a technical. She's got huge amounts of strength, so gets heaps of height on it, but then it comes all the way back down as she rockets back down to the bottom position.
Well, that first one was a big dump.
So I guess when you're a young athlete, the strength comes on very quickly, but the technical proficiency takes a little bit of time. How long have you been lifting now for?
I think it's about 3 years.
Just 3 years?
Yeah, not too long.
It's pretty good. I see you do a bit of CrossFit in the background as well.
It's mainly, a bit of CrossFit in the background. It's always good to, mix it up.
That variation, and outside of being, how old are you first of all?
I'm 16.
16, so still at school?
Yeah.
Yep. So you're balancing the training and school life okay?
Yeah, it's not going too bad.
It's Tia, she's not wasting any time.
Oh.
I think your clock got burnt, to be honest.
Oh, nice.
Looks good to
Wow,
me.
that's
Wait
good.
for the referees. Good lift. She's pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
That was a big correction.
Yeah, she definitely caught it a lot better. You know, didn't really dump on it. I think she was prepared for the weight.
And we got the bar loaded to 81 for Reina. So Johan, plans for the rest of the year? You'll be up at Nationals?
Yeah, hopefully take that Commonwealth Youth record at Nationals, and
Yep, because you are allowed to take those at our national events.
yeah, hopefully get that, and that's about the only goal at the moment.
So this is your last year as a youth?
Yeah, and then it's just junior from there.
Yep. So there is discussion of an Oceania Championships being moved to online.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you didn't know about that? We
No.
just found out about that as well, to be honest.
that's a game changer there.
So that will be a full online event, potentially. Here we have Jardina. She's looked good in her first 2 attempts. Goes for a little walk
wobble
around the
there.
platform, but three
White
white
light.
lights. Success.
Oh, easy money.
He's happy. Yep, it's good lifting. In fact, a lot of this scoreboard is looking pretty good.
It's looking better than the men's 81s.
So we're down to the final 3 lifts. You'll see Reina and Chanel are in different categories, but it is always the nice to be the biggest clean and jerk in your session.
Well, you do want your bar being the last one there. Everyone surrounding it.
Back to that main platform. The bar is loaded. The clock will begin. Call is on Reina, 83 kilos. So a couple of changes coming on the bar.
Ooh, tactical.
Couple of little shifts.
Were you happy with the North Island turnout, Richie?
The North Islands was massive.
Yes.
And it was a logistical nightmare, but ended up actually we got through it, and that might be something that we're going to have to get used to, because if these championship events are growing past 130 entrants, we do have to really run 2 platforms. Here is Reina,
85.
second attempt. She looked very, very powerful on her first. I like it.
Yeah, looking good from here.
Referees like it. It looks to me too easy. Maybe first of, I don't know. I've never met Reina before, but maybe we're early into the competition lifestyle.
Yeah, well, it seems like Xavier's gym doesn't really like to make it look hard.
Yeah. The competition lifestyle. Is it a lifestyle? I don't know, but here's Chanel, third attempt, 86. She's had a fantastic day. So this is for 6 from 6.
Oh,
This is your perfect competition scenario for yourself. She's just so calm in her approach. It's great to watch. The smile says it
Yeah,
all.
smile on the face.
And 3 white lights success. High fives out the back. Declan helping coach today.
Yeah, Declan, he's got the ideal voice of a coach, I think we've been discussing.
The ideal voice of a
Yes.
coach. What's an ideal voice of a coach?
Ah,
Expand on that.
He's got like a voice for podcasts, you know.
He does have a
He's
voice.
got a very...
It's calming.
It is. It's what you'd want as a coach, you know.
Even if you're in the most highly stressed situation.
He uses it sparingly.
He should
so
do voiceover work.
I think he should.
Yeah. I had him on the live stream last week, and I was just sitting there quite comfortably talking to him. We've had a couple. John, our cameraman, if we had John and Declan live streaming, it'd almost put you to sleep. Could be one of those sleep tracks. Nice,
Yeah.
calm, deep voice.
It's crazy. Otago found a gem with that coach there. And an athlete.
Yep. And a contributor as well, because he has been helping out all last weekend, all of this weekend. Bar is loaded. This is the final attempt of
Power
this
clean.
event. Power clean, you banking on it? 92, we're getting big numbers. Reina, third attempt, 92 kilograms on the barbell. Will we see a power clean?
Squeeze overhead.
Oh, she's done well. Goes for a walk. Oh no. Just ran out of petrol overhead.
Yeah.
I think everybody in here was willing that to go.
Yeah, I definitely think the feet placement would just...
Just made it. She power cleaned it, but it wasn't clean, and it just made it hard on that adjustment. Well, this is your scoreboard. That takes us to the end of session 4, the women's 71, 76, 81, and 87 plus. That's a big mouthful, but that is your scoreboard. In first place, Reina, she was secure with her first place at 152.
Oh.
Poppy secures second at 126, and in third place, Karen, 117. In first place in the 76ers, we get Litia with 149. Second place, Jadina with 138, and in third place, Chanel back at 115. And then our final, we've got a couple of two-person sessions in the 81. Chanel in first place, 148, followed by Julie at 127. And Curry takes first in the 87 plus, with Zoe in second at 111. Thank you for joining us this morning. We will be back live at 1 p.m. with the final session, session 5, and we will sign you out for this morning.